Gaius Julius Caesar is one of the most defining figures in world history. He was not only a great general, but also a brilliant politician whose actions ended the Roman Republic and paved the way for the birth of the Roman Empire. Caesar's story is one of ambition, betrayal, glory, and death that changed the course of history forever. This is the story of Julius Caesar, the general who destroyed the Roman Republic. Julius Caesar was born in 100 BC in Rome to the noble gens Julia. Although he came from a distinguished lineage, his family was not among the most powerful. From a young age, Caesar displayed great ambition. He realized that in Rome, power could only be achieved through politics, the military, and popular support. His youth was not easy. When the dictator Sulla came to power, Caesar refused to divorce his wife, who was involved with Sulla's political enemies. As a result, Caesar was forced to flee and live on the run. This experience shaped Caesar's character, stubbornness, courage, and a refusal to bow to the pressures of power. After the political situation calmed down, Caesar returned to Rome and began his political career. He was known as a skilled orator and a man who could win the hearts of the people. However, his ambitions required more than just speeches. Caesar needed military power and wealth. To achieve this, he formed a political alliance known as the First Triumvirate, with Pompey Magnus, Rome's most famous general at the time, and Marcus Licinius Crassus, Rome's richest man. This alliance gave Caesar access to unprecedented power. In 58 BC, Caesar was appointed governor of Gaul. This was a turning point in his life. For nearly a decade, Caesar led a war of conquest in Gaul, the region that now encompasses France, Belgium, and the surrounding areas. Through brilliant military strategy, troop discipline, and direct leadership on the battlefield, Caesar completely subjugated Gaul. The Gallic Wars made Caesar incredibly wealthy and incredibly popular. He wrote his own account of the war, Commentarii de Bello Gallico, which promoted his image as a Roman hero. However, this success also caused fear in Rome, especially among the Senate. Following the death of Crassus and the deterioration of relations with Pompey, the Triumvirate alliance collapsed. The Roman Senate, now siding with Pompey, ordered Caesar to disband his army and return to Rome as a civilian. The order was clear. If Caesar refused, he would be considered an enemy of the state. In 49 BC, Caesar made the most famous decision of his life. He crossed the Rubicon River with his army and uttered the legendary words, "Alia jacta est," the die is cast. This action sparked civil war in Rome. The civil war between Caesar and Pompey unfolded swiftly. Caesar moved with incredible speed, conquering Italy without significant resistance. It culminated in the Battle of Pharsalus in 48 BC, where Caesar defeated Pompey despite being outnumbered. Pompey fled to Egypt, but was assassinated by the Egyptian ruler, who hoped to gain Caesar's support. Caesar, instead of being happy, was furious. In Egypt, he became involved in local political conflicts and developed a relationship with Cleopatra VII, the legendary Egyptian queen. After defeating the remnants of his enemies in Africa and Spain, Caesar returned to Rome as absolute ruler. He was appointed Dictator Perpetuo, dictator for life. Although he implemented many reforms, such as updating the calendar, pardoning political opponents, and improving state administration, his rule unsettled many senators. Some Roman elites considered Caesar to have destroyed republican traditions and acted like a king. In Rome, the word king was a deeply hated term. On March 15, 44 BC, known as the Ides of March, a group of senators led by Brutus and Cassius hatched a conspiracy. They believed that assassinating Caesar was the only way to save the Republic. Inside the Senate building, Caesar was stabbed more than 20 times. Tradition holds that upon seeing Brutus among the attackers, Caesar uttered the famous words, "E tu, Brutus? Even you, Brutus?" However, Caesar's death did not save the Republic. Quite the contrary. Rome plunged back into civil war. Ultimately, Caesar's nephew and adopted son, Octavian, emerged victorious and became Augustus, the first Roman emperor. Thus, Julius Caesar, both in life and in death, was a key figure in ending the Roman Republic and ushering in the era of the empire. Julius Caesar was more than just a general or a politician. He was a symbol of uncompromising ambition, a man who defied the system, conquered enemies, and changed world history at the cost of his own life. That's the story of Julius Caesar, the general who destroyed the Roman Republic. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.